All right, legends, we are back, and I want to do a quick video because we have all of this stuff up right now, and it's interesting because it's like, what do you do and who do you pick? So we have a day two right now, which essentially gives you a choice of 7 characters basically. And it's interesting because I know a lot of people are probably like, hey, what am I going to do with this? Like, am I going to pick Lily? Am I going to pick Lilium? And it's kind of fun at the end of the day. But real quick, I'm gonna talk about what I did here. I actually picked the Tia outfit because we had the Golden Prime, we had the Azure Steel, and of course Crimson Flame, Ember Glow, which is the Holden Midnight right there for Nahor, and then Fuchi has the Vertiloom. Now I had to think, what character do I use the most, and that's what I would put aside for yourself. Like, what character do you use the most? The character that I use the most is actually Tia. I use her. I used to use an Aurora, but now, as you saw last video, I put Obero in because Obero can do it faster, and Obero locks Aurora into just basically losing at the end of the day. So that's amazing. And I use Holden, but not as much as I use Tia, because Tia I definitely use in Doki as well. And I use her in PvP, and she's a part of my guild defense team. Well, I think I get that the team that hardly loses. By the way, like very rarely do they lose, and it's pretty good. And the funny thing is, Holden is a part of that team. It's Tia, Holden, and Sanya, and that team hardly loses. And the guild v guild the defense, they had to get out tanked, because if it's a cleave team, I ended up killing the cleave team, which is just amazing. It also, all three characters are tanky, so it's hard to cleave them in the 3v3 battle. So they kind of like bend, but they don't break. So it's really amazing. I like that team. Now, as far as the Chaku Finery, I chose the cowboy one because that looked like the coolest out of all of them. The rest of them look kind of like silly, but I like the cowboy one because it kind of reminded me of Ace from One Piece, so we went with that. Then you have the Etheria copy coupon code, which you should have already done by now. You should already know about that. Get your 10 summon. We got 10 more summon because they just got a milestone, 5 million milestone, and they gave us more plus stamina and everything else like that. So that's pretty cool. And you have all these right here, which I usually kind of like ignore for the most part. But we have this ticket right here, which obviously we're going to talk about the ticket. Now, me as a person, I have all of those characters already. So I'm going to talk about it from my standpoint, and if I didn't have all the characters already. We have the wish machine, of course, that's always there, and then we have the Sakura bloom, which I'm eventually going to pick this up because obviously I use Yeli a whole hell of a lot, so I might as well just snatch it, do it to it. And then you have the Hyperlinker cup right there. So when it's up, we'll be able to go in and watch and get rewards with that. Candy party today, which is just the usual. Make sure that you do everything and knock out as much as you can so you can get all the rewards. It's usually a free stamina and whatever that is. I forgot the name of that. Summon Arena. I never did reach platinum. I gotta do that. In Summon Arena, I'm definitely invested in doing it now, because I used to just ignore it before, but now because we have arena trial right here, which we are going to be getting all of this, and I want to get all of these rewards because this is just going to be a lot of stuff, and it goes pretty far too. So we're going to have to be very forceful if you're going into Summon Arena now. Plus it has a battle pass going on it as well, so it's good on it to actually add all of this. So it's going to make me actually do it because it's one of the most I actually ignored. I would do the Fearless Arena more so than I would do this, because I was just like whatever. And then on top of that, it's what it really is the picking. The picking annoys me. And then people be sitting up there like taking the full 30 seconds to pick something. Like, I hate that. I hate that. Like I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I have a plan going in. And I know people are doing that on purpose because a lot of people do it. And you know, they're actual people. I see the people actually in chat typing. So you're literally sitting there taking the whole time to pick. Like, that's just scumbag. I hate it. Like, just pick your character. If you're gonna win, you're gonna win. If you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Like, don't do stuff like that. That's bad sportsmanship. But as far as this ticket, as you can see, we have these choices right here. So starting off with Messiah, nah, do not pick Messiah. He's still, there's nothing necessarily wrong with him, but he's a Latice heavy character. It's not worth it. Now, Mio works. However, there's characters that you can use as SR now that could do her job. Not that they could do her job necessarily that much better when she get Latices. She's a probably clean CC character when she has Latices, but she ends up falling into the same problem that that Messiah is. But she works better at base than Messiah. Messiah doesn't work that well at base. Doki. Doki is a choice. I use Doki now. Doki is great, but again, base Doki works in a few things, but Doki Latices is like the queen, the queen push. Like, if you just want everybody to just fly ahead and her be fast and everything else like that, go for it. Doki is just the queen. She's gonna do it for you. She's the GOAT. Heinrich, I think Heinrich needs a buff or something. He's great. He's great for removing buffs and locking people down. But again, there's other characters now that will be easier to build because he's gonna need some Latices as well. Yeah. So now we're down to Lily. Lily basically can be used everywhere. Lily does everything. If there's ever any character here, that will be a 100% pick. I would say her. If you have her already, that leads to the next two characters. I know people probably be like, what? Shadow Sonya? Shadow Sonya is a part of the DOT team. The DOT team goes up Ember Track. We're talking about hard Ember Track, not base. We're going to use it base too if you want to. And Anasync Echoes. All through there, and Anasync Echoes is the DOT team, with Shadow Sonya being the explode character for the dots. Going all the way up to the end of Anasync is all DOT team. So unless you're trying to do it hard mode, you're gonna need Shadow Sonya. And what I mean by hard mode is like, you know, other characters tank down and stuff like that. The Shadow Sonya DOT team with Obel and Fungus is just easier. You're just doing it harder if you're like you want to, like, you just do it easier if you can. That's why she is actually a pick. I would not pick her over Lily though. If you already have Lily, pick Shadow Sonya, which leads me to Lilium. Lilium is this queen nuke of the game. And if I had the choice of picking between all these characters, I'll pick Lily first. If you don't have Lily, pick between, if you want to go DOT team, Shadow Sonya and Lilium. Lilium is just great everywhere. She's great PvP. She's gonna nuke bosses for you in PvE. And she is just, I want to say, if you got a 1A, it would be Lily, 1B will be Lilium, and then 1C will be Sonya if you have those two characters, because Sonya will just make your life easier in hard content in both Ember Trek and both Ethernet Rally and Anasync. She just makes all of those modes easier, basically. Along with, if you could put it together with Lily, and she work with Lily too, if you already have Lily, because most people re-roll for Lily anyway. Even though, like, you know, I wouldn't, but most people start off when they see games and, you know, how to start strong and all type of stuff. People re-roll to have accounts with Lily. So most people, unless you were unlucky like me, like I just literally got Lily last week. And I've done most of the game without her anyway. But I do notice that what she can do and what she can't do, as far as progression, and she just made certain things easier in progression. So I just slotted her in, and then certain stuff just became easier. That's just what she is. So if you do not have Lily, and if you're starting the game and you did not re-roll to start with Lily, pick Lily. That's, like, you know, not trying to be a hater or nothing. Like, I know somebody might be a fan of Shadow Sonya or Lilium or something like that. I was trying to keep it real with you. Not that the other 4 above them are bad characters. There's no bad character in here. This is actually a really hard pick. But for me, what I'm actually gonna go with is that. Now, being that I have all 7 of these characters, and I am going more so on what will I map use for. Messiah, no, we don't need to be able to do that. Doki just works the way that she is. She don't need to do same thing with Heinrich. Lily doesn't matter because Lily is facilitate and push, which leaves you Shadow Sonya and Lilium. I'm gonna pick Lilium because I need Lilium to do more damage and live longer. I don't need Shadow Sonya to do that. If Shadow Sonya is taking damage, something went wrong. like that's how her build and how her team is. She's supposed to go fast and get turns and dot everything and nuke. If she is taking a lot of damage, it's already going badly. So Lilium will get to do. And that's it. So that's all I got for you guys right now. And I hope that wasn't too boring and too quick of a video, but there's really nothing else for me to say. Like I said, I have all of these characters already. And I just need Lilium to do more damage, which, attack, defense, HP, more damage. So then the next dupe I get with her will be her crit rate, which I'm like right on the edge of we're at 70 going to 80, so we'll inch that up. I can tweak her gear to make that even better, but like when stuff is just working just the way that it is, you kind of just leave it how it is. She's not even necessarily that slow either, but that's pretty good. So yeah, I will catch you guys next video. Like and subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. And if you're still looking for a guild of legends, we're still looking for more people, more active people in the guild. I just want active people who want to play the game. So see you guys soon, and peace. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.